Take a load off and grab a seat. Pull up a chair, prop up the feet. That's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah. It's podcast time. Kind of like Jesus, you know?
Breitling,
Jesus is always there. You gotta find him.
Breitling Watch Company makes a watch that if you pull a certain pin on it, it'll give your coordinates to the military or a rescue chopper. It'll come pick you up. Yeah. $16,000 watch.
Yeah, if you pull it, you also get like a $25,000 fine.
If you don't have to be rescued.
Yeah, if you don't need rescuing, because they like automatically send a copter for you.
That's the way. So if I had one, I couldn't tell you because I'd be paying $25,000 fine because there's no way you could not mess with it.
Yeah, he'd be trying to pull it all the time.
You'd be like, oh, for real, let's see. And it really does.
I actually have a lot of helicopter things happening in my life quite often. So it interests me, but not enough to cost you $25,000.
Yeah.
Or
I think it's pretty shitty that the watch costs like $16,000, but the fines are way more than what the watch cost. You know, like how does that make any sense?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so the helicopter ride costs X amount, which
Probably
is
depends
like
on where you're at.
15 or 16 grand. Yeah, it depends on where you're at. But the fine is like double that.
A medical helicopter ride costs starts at $40,000 to $50,000.
$1,000? God,
Yeah.
what if you're part of the air evac team?
Everybody in this house that lives here gets free life evac.
Oh, okay.
I
Because
live
they always send a thing in the mail.
You have slept here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always send a thing like once a year in the mail, like, to
Membership.
give money to the air evac.
Yeah. I don't know if there's like one person that covers the whole region or not, but there is a saleswoman for memberships.
Okay.
And that is fine by me.
I think it's just another way that the government tries to exploit us.
Yeah.
It's a privately owned company. But that's fine.
Capitalism's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there other competition helicopter companies?
Yeah, but they're all getting kind of bought up by one big
Oh,
corporation.
here we go.
There we go. Bezos at it again.
Yeah.
What about did you see the group of folks at the inauguration?
Yeah, Bezos,
Zuckerberg.
Elon, I guess, getting in trouble for a Nazi salute.
Yeah.
What's that other guy's name? Sam Altman. He was there.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
The dude that
Like-
Sam Altman.
He gets a lot of viral videos.
He's worth like $1.5 billion. Like there was so much money there yesterday.
What does he do?
It's like AI shit, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he's the OpenAI guy.
OpenAI,
I was getting him mixed up with the
Guy with the crazy hair,
Yeah,
thick glasses.
I can't remember what his name is.
Harry Carey.
No, the guy that
Everybody Boston.
He did-
We're here baseball.
he did some kind of crypto scam. The guy I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah.
I've talked about him
little
before.
fella.
I can't remember.
What was the name of that company?
I don't remember.
XRP? No. It's
No, XRP's the one that's supposed to be taken off now that Trump's in office.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a lot of stuff
TikTok
taken off.
lasted about 12 hours, didn't it?
Yeah, down. Yeah, 12 hours down, and then it was back up.
Christy was distraught. It was like 10 o'clock Saturday night, and it went down. She goes, "We're supposed to have 2 more fucking hours." And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
You know how many videos I can scroll in 2 hours?
Then she showed me her phone, and it was like I was like, "Look at there." I said, "Keep on reading. President Trump's gonna take care of it." Be fine.
Yeah. My stepdaughter was in such a mental conundrum because she hates Trump, loves TikTok,
Oh, yeah, what
and
do
they're
you do?
giving him the praise for being their messiah. It's like,
Yeah.
but wait, President Trump, gonna save it. Now she thinks it's a big Trump conspiracy. Like, Trump coordinated all this to make himself look
Well,
better.
I guess everybody has a conspiracy about something.
Yeah, that's what I felt too. I was like, at least she
I mean, I like
has the ability to look past
Critical
some
thinking
shit. Yeah,
skills.
I like the way she's thinking. I like this. I like it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. That's
yeah, it's a great plan. And if he did do it, I'm going to shake his hand and say, hey, good job.
I think that it's a whole different atmosphere in world politics now after yesterday. Well, 2 days ago, if you're listening to this on Thursday, 3 days ago. But if you'll notice, they already started releasing hostages in Israel or Hamas.
That happened before he even went into office.
Yeah, I know, but it's because he was going into office.
He did free the 1,500 what he keeps calling hostages
Right.
from Jan
January
6.
6th. Some of those have some pretty violent charges against them.
Yeah, he said. I think he said there's 6 commutations, which I think commutation
Their
is.
sentences. They
What?
gotta do something.
That's where where their wives get to come in and have sex with them.
No, that's
that's conjugal. Dude.
yeah, that's
Oh.
conjugal. But yeah, it's only like he said. It's only 6 out of like roughly 1,500 or whatever that they're going to have to look into further to see if they need to.
And those people probably do need to be, because those are the people that probably murdered. There was one police officer. that
Violence
died, right?
is yeah.
Yeah,
And I
was
agree.
there?
Some of the people that went in there, like if you're assaulting police officers or anything while you're in there, then yeah, you probably. But 6 out of 1,500, pretty good odds.
I think what you have to look at something like that are the people that are looking for trouble. Now, if you're there and you're just defending yourself, or
like that little
whatever,
frail old lady that was in there.
right? But if
Yeah.
you're like going and like trying to hurt people, then that's the people you got to watch
AOC?
because that's not good
Yeah.
in any part of society.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is wild that there's only 6 of them, but I mean, we've got tapes now that have came out in the last year of basically the cops just showing them around
Yeah,
the Capitol
Give 'em
or
a
whatever.
tour.
Give them,
Shaking
yeah,
hands.
basically giving them a tour.
Even the dude in the buffalo head. There was like 6 cops escorting him around.
Yeah.
alone.
QAnon shaman. Yeah, they walked his ass. There was one walking with him into like the main chambers.
Yeah. Well, and then like he went up to like the top thing, and the guy that was like showing him around was like, "Come on, let's show a little respect."
Yeah, come on, dude.
This is a tour.
Why don't you go and shit on it while you're up there? Okay.
This is an educational tour. Okay?
Yeah.
I bet, dude. I bet whenever that shit started going like sideways on January 6th, I bet like how the Capitol Police felt like outnumbered. Could you imagine? How
Oh
they
yeah.
felt, dude?
There's a video of this. It's a really big cop. He's a black fella, and he his walk. Here's a video that I just saw from January 6th. He walks around. He's like, they screwed us. They absolutely
Yeah.
screwed us. They did not set us up to handle
No,
what
man.
what was to come.
200 policemen there for
And
like,
they could have. I mean, that's basically a sacrifice. You are possibly sacrificing
Yeah.
those police
Yeah.
officers that are there.
Yeah.
they got so many escape tunnels in that damn building, dude. People to get out of there,
Yeah.
which is good, I guess.
Well,
That's
nobody.
what this house is missing.
No one was there though.
No.
Like AOC's even on record saying she was nearly raped at January 6th. She was nowhere near the building.
Grapes make me shit.
They would. That sounds about right.
Dude, grapes cause a lot of people to have intestinal issues.
A lot
Raisins?
of your peers, maybe.
The
Is this
people
at
I hang
the-
with, you're not a peer of mine.
Is this
We're
at the
not buddies?
insulin? Is this at the insulin clinic?
You're like, y'all are 2 of 4 people I hang out with.
Don't put me in your pot, buddy. Okay, I'm not in the same stew you are.
They always say, mind the company you keep.
I've been to the doctor in 5 years.
I believe it.
Before we get too off the rails silly, I would like to take a second and just say, like, rest in peace to my buddy that passed away this past week.
Yeah, let's
What's
hear
up?
a little bit about him, Wes. I didn't.
He's a good. He
was.
was a really good fella. I knew him for about 18, 19 years. In my early years, I knew him from Facebook, and I knew him as Aaron Vegas. So
Cool name.
Rest
Yeah.
in peace.
for like 5 years, I just called him Vegas.
That's a cool nickname.
That is an awesome.
Yeah. For the longest time, and all I did with him was like, and he was never like a big drinker. He liked to smoke, but we would do shrooms together and hang out and just listen to music and whatnot.
Yeah.
But one of the coolest things about the dude was my apartment was the place that everybody knew that they could come all the time. So they didn't have to come with an invite or anything like that. So it was nice to have him as a bud because he lived in Morgantown. So if I ever felt like not dealing, like I didn't even realize this back then that I just like your social battery runs out.
Escape his own apartment.
And well, he actually lived with his parents at the time. I mean, this was when I was 17, 18, 19 or whatever. And he's got a little bit, he's 4 years older than me. But, so like if there was ever a time where I was like, hey man, like I really don't want to be around all these motherfucking people.
Right.
And like I would just go up there and like have a little sleepover, a little spin a night. We just sit outside and
Relax.
yeah,
Chill,
yeah, chill and relax. We watch movies and whatnot. He's probably who got me into watching like old crappy movies, like crappy Hulk. I say
Like
this,
cult classic.
yeah, like Manos and Hands of Fate. Basically, it is the least rated movie on the planet. It's a horror movie. It's not good. But stuff you would see on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mystery Science Theater did an episode on Manos and Hands of Fate. So that's one of the things I'll remember forever, like watching on his couch with him. Is this crazy, terrible movie while me and him just laughed the fucking entire time at it. So rest in power to that guy. His real name is Christopher Aaron Phelps. I didn't know his real name was.
Just to
I
him,
like
it's
that.
fine.
Rest in power. Rest in power.
Yeah.
And I can think of other words that start with P that are cool too. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Rest in pooter.
No.
Pooter.
I didn't know his name was. I didn't know his first name was Chris until probably 5 years in. To be honest.
What happened to him?
I've been talking to his wife. It's one of those things. I don't know his wife super well. He moved to Baltimore. Yeah, probably 8 years ago, and he just moved back to Kentucky. Bought a nice little house on the lake and everything.
That's
Dang.
dope.
And
Must have been like a.
if you're actually friends with me and you've seen pictures of him on Facebook, he was a big fella back in the day. Like he was like obese, and these days he was really like he's
Trimmed
been
up.
very healthy the last like decade or so.
If you watched it, like,
But heart attack is what I think is
Yeah.
what happened.
if you ever hear stories like that's how I always worried about me, like turning my life around, like where I used to be alcoholic and went to rehab and stuff. There always something happens. He was just getting his shit together. Like,
Yeah.
well, don't get your shit together.
Yeah, maybe just keep.
That's where you went wrong.
That's where you went. Don't
Maybe
get your
just
shit
keep
together,
on the
man.
track.
Keep on.
I know. I was listening to something earlier
That's a
today.
good premise for a joke.
There's a reason why your body likes it because you need it.
Right. I don't know if it needs a fifth of Evan Williams a day.
Well, you act like it.
I saw a reel earlier today. Is this old white guy in a golf cart, and the guy that's playing with him said, "Well, are you drunk?" Yeah, I'm drunk. Shouldn't be drunk. Said I wasn't gonna get drunk today, but here I am.
Here I am.
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh.
And he literally puts down a cigarette and then lights another one. And somebody in the comments said, "Dude's still drinking. He's probably 75 years old, smoking like he's going to live till 95."
Yeah.
He really-
I think it's genetics. A lot.
My grandmother ran 8 miles a day
Yeah.
for like 60 years and died. She was probably like 78.
That's still pretty good. The 78 is
Yeah. But my
Did
grandfather.
you say 68 or 78?
70.
78.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I was like 68. Let's relax.
My grandfather
My dad's about there.
is 85 this year. And, I mean, he ran up these stairs the other night. He came to visit.
Well, I'm going to say he pulled out in front of me the other day on 31W.
Well, it's probably your fault, buddy.
No, it was not. It was not. He didn't even stop. He didn't even look. He just pulled out. I said, well, Mary, I seen him.
In his defense, he's been a bad driver his whole life. For a car man, they used to call him we looked through his yearbook one day. His nickname in high school was the Wheel Man because he was the first person in Franklin to buy aftermarket wheels for his
Oh,
cars.
that's it. He was getting into the car game way before he started selling cars.
Oh yeah, he started a auto parts store in the '60s, Black's Auto Parts.
Was he in the service or anything before? You know, a lot of times those guys will come back and start something.
No,
Oh, gotcha.
he didn't get drafted.
So he'd be about that age,
Yeah,
like Korean War.
I mean, Korea, maybe World War II.
No, he's not old enough for
No,
World War II.
not WW2.
For Korea, maybe.
Korea, Vietnam.
Yeah.
If he
Early
wanted to, he
Vietnam.
would have.
Yeah.
But
If he
anyway.
wanted to, when he was 6, he could have
Yeah.
went to World War II.
He
Okay.
was born in '38. When was WW2?
39
40.
to 45.
Okay, well, I was at 40.
So
I
seven.
was close enough.
He was
43
seven when
is-
it ended.
43 is whenever the Germans started losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I had this thought, like as I crossed into Franklin today, I was like, if a Franklin cop pulls me over and I'm trying to like win them over, who should I say I'm going to see?
Nick.
Nick Cook and Ronald Black. I've used the name Ronald Black my whole life in this county, and it's worked so many times.
I'm going to see Nick Cook and my guy, Ronald Black.
He's a constable, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the constable.
I mean,
He's got
He's one of them.
He bought a retired canine unit, the vehicle from
That's what pulled out in front of me the other
From
night.
an
I wasn't
auction.
going to say that, but
from an auction in Texas.
it
and
says
had
constable
delivered
on
here.
the bumper.
Yeah, it says constable, and it's still got the dog cages and like the ventilation
Yeah.
for the dog cages and everything.
It's got the light on the damn mirror and all that
all
shit.
the bells and whistles in there.
There
We
was-
pulled up to my cousin's house, was having a party for Memorial Day one time, and he was like, "Nick, let's go take a ride." I said, "Okay." So I got in his car, in his truck, and he said, We're gonna pull in here doing 90. We're gonna cut the lights.
Dude, that's funny.
And boy, my uncle took off running through the cornfield. Left his whole family, ran through the cornfield. Like, I was gonna get y'all out.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to survive.
Somebody does, yeah. How can I get y'all out if all of us are there?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. That's
I didn't
funny.
leave you. I was helping you.
Yeah, that's funny. Hey, I don't know why I thought of that. It was just because I saw like 2 or 3 Franklin cops as soon as I crossed
It's
the border.
dark. It's hard to tell what's behind you or what's
He
Yeah.
might
around.
not appreciate it, but go ahead and use Sam Crocker's name.
I've got an attorney. That's what I'll say. I was like, I ain't say nothing until I talk to my attorney.
Yeah. Just Facebook.
Hopefully you're just
Messenger.
able just to go. You know, there's not any problems. You just say, well, you're speeding. You're doing 75 and a 55
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, Franklin cops, the few times I've had to deal with them in the past, they've not been bad by any means. Like, I remember there was a time that I played a show at the Hard Body. You know what the Hard Body
the
is,
hill?
right?
Yeah, I've been to a heavy metal show there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I played a show there, and I had my car loaded down. Like, I had multiple amps.
Hookers?
No, amps and everything else. And the guy I had with me at the time was straight edge in the sense that he was sober of everything. Like, didn't do drugs, didn't drink, yada, yada. And I didn't realize that we had just been on the road the weekend prior. Like, we went up and did like a 3-day stint, Louisville, Lexington, 4 days, I guess, Evansville, Indiana, and Heron, Illinois. And in the midst of me hooking up my trailer lights, I fucked it up somehow, and my tail lights weren't working, and that's why he pulled me over. And he saw my long hair, and he was like, "You got any drugs in here?" I was like, "Nah, man." I was like, "I like to drink." He was like, "You're only 17." I was like, "Yeah."
I'm on a damn tour right now.
He was like, "Is there anything in the car?" I was like, "No, you can search it if you want. The other guy doesn't do anything, but I will say I like to drink." And I was like,
No, I haven't let me a little drink.
but I was like, "You're more than welcome to unload this and then load it back up when you don't find anything."
Right.
He was like, "Oh, I'm just worried about like what's around y'all's persons up there." I was like, "More power to you, brother."
There's nothing on my person.
Speaking of getting out of trouble with the law, Smith & Smith Law has a new advertisement.
Oh boy.
Do they?
Yes,
Here we
they
go.
do. Stuck in a pickle? Call Smith & Smith Law Firm, the name that works harder than you do to get you out of trouble. Person 1. Uh-oh, I backed into my boss's car at the company picnic. Person 2. Relax. Just whisper Smith & Smith as he storms over. It's like a magical spell for forgiveness. Boss comes over. Oh, Smith & Smith, huh? Well, accidents just happen. Be more careful next time. Person 3, in jail. I got arrested for trying to ride a llama through the mall. Person 4. Did you tell him about Smith & Smith?
I think I know what person 3 is.
Guard overhearing. Smith & Smith? Why didn't you say so? You're free to go, and we'll give you the llama back. Person 5. God, this has a lot of characters. I accidentally paid for 27 goldfish with Monopoly money, and now the store wants my house. Cashier. Wait, did you say Smith & Smith? Oh, no problem. Keep the fish and take the boardwalk property. That's a Monopoly reference. Came out of left field.
Somebody said Monopoly money
I was waiting
earlier.
for person 3 to say some crack ass motherfucker.
Smith & Smith Law Firm, the name that solves everything. Civil, criminal, or just plain weird. Say it and watch the magic happen. Call Smith & Smith Law now.
Man, thank you, Smith & Smith, for another paid and unpaid advertisement.
Yeah, golly.
While we're at this little segue, how about I give y'all my gifts that I've been holding out on?
All right.
Oh, yeah.
January
It's finally over with.
21st.
Pass that over to Wes. That's for Wes.
Okay.
Open yours first. We're going to make this a thing. It's nothing crazy, but I think you're going to like it. Very personal gift. Not drugs, nor money.
Lawyers, guns, and money.
Money for nothing and your tricks for free.
There's supposed to be a different one on every card.
These are cryptid
I didn't know there
creature
was 50
playing
total.
All
cards.
right.
That's kinda tight.
Either. We're going to find out, and he opens up and uses
That's
them.
fine. I can't wait to
Yeah,
bust those
yeah.
out here in a little bit. I want to see. You can bust them out right now. I want to see what's in there.
We
Let's
got
get
time.
crazy.
Look at this zip tie.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
zip tie
Yeah.
on both ends of this.
He told me. That's why I said we got time.
We got time. We got
My
time.
goodness.
You got a pocket knife on
I
you?
wonder if it's wrapping paper.
I got a pocket knife.
Is it wrapping paper?
It is
that what
wrapping
this
paper.
is?
Oh, I just wrapped it and made it look like
All
that.
right, we got this big canister.
You've seen that canister
We
before.
got
I
some
had to
canister.
finally unload it.
Man, dumping this canister on me. You got that can, don't you?
I do. I got
bet
it.
you do have that can.
That's a good rap job,
Hey.
wasn't it?
Tell me, I know the girth is about right. Tell me when to stop with the length.
Right there.
Oh, sheesh. Like a mini Pringles can.
Hey, man. It feels the whole.
3.5 inches.
It's 4. It's 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sour punch straws,
That's
baby.
not what it is.
Twist, sour punch twist.
That's not what it is.
Oh,
Open it.
I was gonna
it's
say,
a secret.
yeah, I don't know what it
It's
is.
just the perfect. I figure you could get some good use out of this in y'all's plant room. You have to open it.
Yeah.
I got a knife, I think.
I got a little.
There you go.
This is a scroll, a banner of sorts.
Gay is what it says on the thing.
Does it?
Yeah, see? Right here.
Gay.
Gay.
Geyeee.
Fly your banner.
Mushrooms.
Oh,
Man,
that's
we're gonna
cool.
love
Well,
that.
yeah.
We're gonna
Let
love
that
that,
go good
buddy.
in your plant room.
That's gonna be hung in the next.
Hour.
Well, Melissa's supposed to be here in like 20 minutes. I bet it's hung within
Well, I hope
the
y'all
hour.
like those things.
Yes, that is beautiful, buddy.
Nice. Merry
Yes.
Christmas.
If we need anything, it's to fill up the daggone walls in this house.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Man,
You're hard to shop for because you have like so many fucking trinkets and things
Yeah.
and tools. But yeah, I thought that
I
was
love
nice.
it.
Good deal.
Oh.
Well, enjoy.
I'm gonna hang it over here by my winger.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is neat, man. There's a lot of the
The Jersey Devil should be in there.
I've already seen the Jersey Devil. I've already seen Mothman.
Nice.
Loch Ness.
I almost got you a shirt that said, I saw a Mothman and he sucked my dick, but they didn't have your size. So you got cards.
Extra special.
Yeah. I see
Long.
Mothman and he sucked my dick.
Would it be dusty, you think? I feel like Mothman's covered in dust.
No, he's like this crazy looking flying like a moth.
Yeah,
like,
but every moth I know have ever met's covered in dust. You think they lose that in the evolutionary
I
process?
think, well, like, how would you? I guess you could lure that, like the Mothman, if you had like a reflective vest with like a light flashing on you. Like
These
you could
lights
get
are so bright. I bet he's on the way right now.
True.
He can see us from the interstate. Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
cool stuff in there.
Oh,
I'll
absolutely.
probably get some ideas out of that, to be honest.
Boom! I thought they were pretty dope.
Yeah.
If they are what they are as
Good
advertised.
job, Josh.
Yeah,
man.
those are tight.
Yeah, both gifts.
Yeah, make sure you tear up the packaging real good.
Okay.
Before he gets home with it. Before he ever gets to put them on his
I'm
coffee
sorry.
table.
I didn't even think about it. I
You
just
just got to put a bread tie around them. That's what we do. Couple
Bread
bread ties.
tie. I use zip ties for everything.
Bread ties. What do we got here? Uh-oh. The Thunderbird is a cryptid
That's
associated.
a Native American.
Yeah, this is a monster.
Crazy, scary bird.
Kind of looks like
Yeah,
a buzzard that's as big as an airplane.
Made by the Ford Motor Company, too, I believe.
Oh, well, that's the wrong Thunderbird. Thunderbird. Oh, what did I say? I saw a Mach 3 in Bowling Green the other day,
Oh,
like
really?
an older
Like a
Mach
70?
3. Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
dope. Probably, it was probably a Mach 1 then. Mach 3 is a Razor by Gillette. It's a goddamn Mach 3 on the road there, boy.
I ain't got nothing to say against that. Right. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
I was saying,
I haven't seen
My
him.
granddaddy's on car lots and car part stores.
Mach 3, damn it.
Notice what industry I did not get. Yeah. The rest of my family.
Is in the car. They're in the
Yeah.
trucks. Like your cousins are all big into trucks.
See, I've
and-
got 3 members of my family that graduated from Nashua to Diesel College.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, all right. The Thunderbird is a cryptid associated with enormous birds living anywhere from northern Canada and Alaska down to Central America. Since pioneers began moving west across the North American plains, sightings of unusually large birds have been reported. Native American legends say that these birds were so large and powerful that that when they flapped their wings, thunder was created. Thunder, feel the thunder.
You can imagine dragging this dick across that face.
Lightning and the thunder.
So I've been getting
Tracking
really
these
big.
nuts.
I'm starting. I told y'all I was really big into the Frontiers fellas like Kit Carson, Daniel Boone, and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, when they went out west, obviously Kentucky was the
If
west.
there's
back
a
then.
Joker card in here, I want it.
See, Kentucky was like the west at first. Like that was the first west. Like Kentucky,
Oh, yeah.
like over the Appalachian Mountains.
It was the first phase,
yeah,
if you will.
the first frontier.
Daniel Boone.
Right.
Come
He
across
come across the he had a lot of dealings with the Cherokee and the Creek Indians. Daniel Boone did.
How you
And he
spell
was so
Creek?
well respected that some of his friends, either it was his daughter got kidnapped and one of her friends, or his daughter got kidnapped by the Indians, by the Native Americans, and they didn't know it was Daniel Boone's daughter. So she was like poised, right? Like 'cause her dad's Daniel Boone, so she knew how to survive or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but she didn't want the Indians to find out who she was, because then that's leverage. So the girls that were with her were like scared to death, and she was just like, "Stop, chill." Like they were like fussing about their feet hurting, like this whole time they were trying to get them back to their camp. And finally, they like pretty much told these girls that were with them, not Daniel Boone's daughter, but the other ones, if they didn't shut up, that they were going to fucking kill them. Like we know your feet hurt. You're walking on the ground. Just get back to camp. So they get back to camp. Well, they end up passing out after they eat. Like they kill a deer and pass out and eat. These Native Americans did. Well, Daniel Boone's daughter rallies the troops, and she gets these girls and they escape. Well, they go back and find Daniel Boone and stuff, and he goes back and like, "Hey, what the fuck are y'all doing kidnapping my daughter?"
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we didn't know this was your daughter.
We didn't
He's
know.
like,
We didn't know. Relax.
Wait a minute. So he established Boontown, which is the actual town,
Yeah.
and they pretty much left him alone for a little while.
Yeah.
They always tried to get at him.
So me and Melissa's favorite hiking trail, it starts in Big South Fork, like below Cumberland Falls in Tennessee, and it goes all the way 370 miles up into Daniel Boone National Forest, which is in Kentucky,
Right.
northern eastern
Yes.
Kentucky. And
Where the natural bridge is at.
so the Sheltoe Trace, we've actually got matching tattoos. This turtle right here, that's the badge. That's a trail marker that's painted on the trees to let you know you're still on the trail.
That's how they used to like mark their land back in the day. They would take and like carve their initials like a piece at eye level in the trees, and that was like your property.
Yeah. Or they would bend. They would tie trees down and bend them, and that
Bend
would
it
be a landmark
in
tree.
that direction. Yeah.
But the Native Americans named Daniel Boone Sheltoe. That trail is named after Daniel Boone's Native American name.
Very well respected.
Yeah, Native Americans, specifically, the Shawnee tribe called Daniel Boone Sheltoe because it was the name given to him when he was adopted into their tribe by Chief Blackfish after being captured. Sheltoe translates to big turtle in the Shawnee language, significant.
What?
I'm
I'm
pretty
having a
sure they
stroke,
made
guys.
Daniel Boone run the gauntlet and shit, like whenever he got captured.
Signifying, jeez, their respect for his hunting skills and the role they wanted him to take within their community.
Look up the Native American gauntlet.
All right.
My phone's about dead. But yeah, like,
I don't
they
know
captured
this
like,
much. I've been to his like home or something in Kentucky.
Yeah.
wherever.
Yeah,
I
well, he
remember-
was a national forest. National.
I was gonna say, I
is it
remember-
state park or national forest? Daniel Boone?
It's national. Park.
national. Yeah,
I remember going there when I was in
beautiful
school.
up through there, dude. Right before you get to the Shenandoah Forest in Virginia. You're like,
Shenandoah Valley.
yeah, beautiful. Then you can go up through there.
River? Is it Shenandoah River?
Shenandoah River is
The Shenandoah River.
Yeah.
It goes through Kentucky, West Virginia,
and Virginia.
and
Yeah,
Virginia.
it's
Into
the
the
song.
Take Me Home.
Take Me Home.
Country Roads.
Country
Yeah,
Roads.
John Denver. Bless up.
Stupid hose.
He also
That's how it
he
goes.
also died in a plane crash.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yep.
All right, we should have an answer here. in a
Do you
second
have an
about
answer
the
yet?
gauntlet.
Jeez.
It's right here. A Native American gauntlet refers to a ritualistic punishment where a person is forced to run between two lines of warriors
Yeah.
who beat them with sticks
Yeah,
or
whatever.
other objects as they pass through.
Yeah.
Daniel Boone is historically recorded to have run a gauntlet through a Native American tribe, most likely the Shawnee, after being captured by them while exploring Kentucky territory.
Well, I did know a little something.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Good. Like to hear that you know things.
A couple things, not a lot of
Couple
things.
few.
A couple few. I have a couple areas I'm proficient in.
Proficient.
Yeah, proficient.
But
it's not the planet.
survival in the 21st century, not a strong point.
Right.
Yeah, you don't run in here.
guess like-
No.
My
You keep
daughter
that gauntlet at the house.
I was telling Nick the other day, me and my little girl were talking about, she was asking how like blind people could read, and I was telling her about Braille and stuff, and I
Yeah.
was like this, and she goes, Daddy, I just don't understand. I said, what do you not understand? She said, in the 24th century, why can't they just make blind people see again? I said, first off, we're in the 21st century, not the 24th.
Yeah.
I said, by the 24th, they probably will.
Yeah.
They'll take your eyes and put them in somebody else.
Yeah.
She goes, not my eyes. This is she said.
I think that they've
understand.
actually done that pretty recently in the last. Don't quote me on this. I feel like I've read that they've actually successfully implanted some eyes.
She did ask
and
me like how like
it
they
worked
saw to figure out which book they wanted to get in Braille, like how to get the books and all that. And I was like, I don't know how to answer those.
What do you
questions.
mean?
Like order
I've got a
Braille
blind
books,
friend we could have on.
like order Braille books. Like I guess you have there's like voice, like
Yeah, just
ordering
voice.
and stuff,
Yeah,
voice command.
yeah. So funny enough, so we're talking about people that can't see. So this isn't really, but for as far as people that can't hear,
Yeah,
they have things like Amazon
touch tone.
basically Amazon Show.
Yeah,
So when you call their number, it actually calls
it gives you
a
subtitles.
well, no, it gives you a translating company,
Oh,
and so they see their translator on the screen, and the translator
ASL.
ASL's
Yeah.
whatever I say to them. I've had to
seen,
use
like-
that a couple times in my line of work.
I've seen the Amazon phones that have like a screen that like do like subtitles, pretty much. Like you read the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's cool too. I was gonna say that was probably 5 years ago. Last time I used that kind of translation service. So
Stop yelling at me. Yell it into the phone. Like I can read it. Stop yelling.
they'd probably have to tell me to slow down or slow my
Yeah,
draw
like,
or
he's like,
quicken up my
I
draw.
Slow
would
your draw,
mumble. I
boy.
talk really fast. Like I would mumble. Like they'd be like, "What is this dude even saying?" It'd just be like gibberish.
The subtitles don't make sense. What are you asking
Yeah, what
me?
is this guy talking about?
So is Theo really mad at the Paul brothers?
I
What
don't
Yeah.
happened
know
there?
about
What
that. I
happened
didn't
there?
look
Yeah.
into it. I thought it was hilarious. I
Yeah.
think it's funny.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I seen the video he sent.
I thought it was.
I didn't see it.
We'll see if we can maybe.
I've been
I don't know
asked
if Wes can put it in this.
I don't know.
podcast.
We'll see. I don't know.
I might share it to the
But
page.
no, he in the video, it's like his chair. All
Collapses
you
underneath
see
him.
is his chair collapses, and like everybody around him giggles. I mean, it's
It's in the Capitol on the marble floors. It's just loud as fuck.
And then what he do? Just kind of squat for the rest
Oh,
of
he
the
No,
there
no.
was a seat.
there was a seat that had like jackets in it that they picked up, and he
Yeah.
just ended up sitting
His
next
face
to.
was red as hell.
yeah.
I've never seen him embarrassed like that. But
Yeah,
he
it
was.
was-
He was like, "Fuck, man."
Man, hey, I was walking.
No,
up-
the funniest thing is that he was making a joke on the way down too. As soon as he knew it was happening, he said, "Damn, Kamala chairs." And then as he was getting up, he goes, "Man, make chairs great again."
Comedy.
Oh, man.
I thought it was hilarious. They
Like-
said the Paul brothers did it though. Like they rigged the chair or something. Maybe.
Yeah, they messed with his chair somehow or another, and like he's made
I could not
several
get mad at y'all if y'all did that to me.
No.
I could not.
on
would
the
think-
inauguration
I wouldn't
floor.
do it
You know
to
how?
you. I would do it to you.
Yeah, I do it to
I would
you.
love
I do
to
it to
do it
both
to
of
you.
you.
Do you know how prestigious it is to be on the Capitol floor while a president?
We only live once.
They
That's
invited the Paul
hilarious.
brothers.
Yeah, how prestigious could it be?
I don't know, man. It seems a little much to me.
Maybe it's just because
I don't know,
I
but-
did anything for a laugh. So
I guess that's
I was-
fair. I feel
I
like
was
it's
walking
childish
into a
laugh, in my
wedding one
opinion,
time.
for the setting, but
I was walking into a wedding one time.
they won't be back.
And
no.
I felt like I had a bunch of eyeballs on me. I was one of the last people to sit down.
Oh, we
So,
know that you want the attention. We're very aware.
Me or him.
you.
You maybe more than me.
But I felt like a bunch of eyeballs were on me. I was one of the last people to walk in. The music is done playing and everything. So I fake tripped. You know how good I can fake trip.
You do.
And I
You fall
folded,
forever.
I folded up in a chair, and it was loud as fuck. And I popped up real quick and gave some old lady a kiss on the head, and then just went to my seat.
Me and my brother used to try to see who could fart the loudest in church. Like just stuff like that.
Man, a good hard wooden church pew
Nothing.
reverberates a fart.
I'll tell
like
you one
nothing
thing
else.
that I had compete with that one time. Whenever Crystal used to have those like booths in there with the hard like plastic chairs,
Yeah.
you can hunker down one of them and make a good old fart.
And you're eating
Crystal?
crystals.
Yeah, so you're eating crystals. It's already coming.
The perfect acoustics in that all glass aquarium building they got.
Yeah, fair.
Man, I saw the picture of like the 1990s Wendy's with the sunroom.
Yeah, the little
seating.
atrium in it.
Man.
Talk about class.
Yeah, Lee,
I know. You see them pictures where they compare like the old McDonald's versus the new
Yeah,
ones?
dude, it looks very 1984 nowadays.
Yeah. It's just like these doom and gloom.
They still got a play set down in Portland, Tennessee. There's still a
Yeah,
play
they do.
set.
I
Yeah.
used to
That's
go
open. The doors are unlocked. I swear to God.
Funny enough, I started rereading 1984, and I got to a part last night, and it's a part like where they talk about pretty much getting people like to work from home, like office anymore.
Yeah.
And how like they had it set up like in their apartment, like whatever government housing they lived in, they had like tubes that would send like your assignments for the day, and you did them, and then you sent them back in the tubes. Like you never left like your apartment at all.
I saw some dude that was
That
like,
sounds
Doesn't
familiar.
that sound like something that's going on now?
I saw some dude that was like,
I was like,
my remote job was so easy. He was like, I did a 1 hour of work a day, so I got 10 more jobs. And he had like 12 monitors set up. And
Yeah,
he's like,
dude.
I'm making $750,000 a year, and I'm working maybe 10 hours a day
yeah.
on all these different jobs.
And they all have you pinned down for everything that you're doing all the time.
I don't know if I could do that or not.
Yeah, I know.
I'm happy enough with the one I've got, and I mean, happy's a loose term, I guess.
I do have a new business venture I'm looking into.
What's that?
I can't talk about it because somebody's going to steal it.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about it. Say
Yeah.
that off camera.
Low startup cost. It's kind of a delivery thing. It's not Uber.
It was like right
Eats.
away.
It's not Uber Eats or nothing like that. It's
Do you get a patent for it?
no, it's not an invention.
Okay.
My buddy sent me a TikTok. He sent me a TikTok about the soft washing and pressure washing stuff 2 or 3 years ago.
And
That's
here
how I
you
got
are.
it, and here I am. And then he sent me another one about this delivery service.
What's the cold? You know, we have these Canada air masses in here. What's the coldest temperature you can pressure wash in, like safely without tearing up equipment or like you being out in it?
I mean, if it gets to about 35, I won't leave because when you're driving 60 miles an hour down the
Yeah, it
interstate,
gets
the
cold.
wind
Yeah,
chill,
wind chill. Yeah,
yeah, it'll freeze from here to Bowling Green.
yeah.
But
I didn't think it would take much.
I've been cleaning garbage truck one time, spraying soap on trucks, and I watch it freeze on the windshield, and I'm like, time to pack it up.
Yeah, dude.
Time to pack it up.
That just you like dealing with cold stuff in the
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I brought up when you bought this wetsuit. I thought it was going to be
That's
for
what I
work.
thought.
Oh, I'll show it to you later. It's a dry suit. It's actually a dry suit to keep your body completely dry. It has like rubber gaskets.
Well,
skin
okay, so
tight.
that's what I'm gathering. That's what my thought.
No,
my
it's
That's
for
where I
white-
went to, Wes.
It's
my
for-
thought was you're
To
spraying
make
all this
money.
water on something, and obviously you're getting spray back from it.
Are
No, I
you
just
are you
wear-
trying to dress up as Scuba Steve for Halloween?
No, this is for whitewater rafting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I cleaned the guy's house. He used to be a whitewater rafting guide. He's still got boats and stuff. We go whitewater rafting. He wants to go when it's about 40. He wants to go to
That's
big
nonsense.
Big South Fork.
No way.
To the big river. Yeah, but yeah, I cleaned his house and we just traded a dry suit. It's a $700 dry suit.
And you told me, I was like, golly.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to clean this house?
Probably about 6 hours. I'm gonna go back in the spring and do his pool.
So over half a day. Does the pool deal include the wetsuit? Is this with all
Yes.
the goes?
Yeah.
Man, I think you got took on this deal.
I think you did. I think you did.
I think I know exactly what
need
I'm
to
doing,
go
and I don't
to-
need y'all's advice.
Well, I'm still going to give you a hard time.
Well, I'll just shut it off because that's what mature people do.
No, nobody there. ain't no
Ignore
maturity in this
idiots.
dog, man.
We ignore idiots in this house. We just shut off and walk to the next room.
Morons.
Fools, fools. That's why they named it Gold City, because of people like you. They found a bunch of fool's gold, and there was a miniature gold rush
I
over
would have
here.
never went out there in the first place.
Yeah, I know.
so they definitely didn't
Yeah.
name it after people like me.
Yeah. But, well,
They
gold,
wasn't none of
gold.
my kinfolk ever there.
And then he would have bragged, like, I told y'all. No, he's just too lazy to go.
We're too lazy. We just know better. Just know better.
Women's intuition.
Right. Right. That's okay. That's okay, man. Everybody has some feminine qualities. Mine just happen to be the good ones, not the shitty ones.
Yeah.
pre-menopausal fucking despair over here.
That's right.
Mr. Sorrows.
You ever think Josh looks like a bird?
A little
I
bit.
do.
This nose I got.
Sesame Street.
Sparrow. Are you a closet Jew?
It's the birds and the. It's
Like
the
two sparrows
I used to always
in
say I could light a cigarette in a rainstorm.
He got a little umbrella for his mouth.
I used to make fun of my nose all the time.
Really?
Like that big old honker in the way. I was leaning to give her a kiss, and it'll be cold, and I can't feel it anyway. And she's like, "Golly, you're gonna take an eye out."
My brother used to make fun of my big nose. Now he's bald. Look at this
Joke's
kid.
on him.
Loser.
Looking like Lex Luthor.
No, he does need someone to
Jeff
talk to.
Bezos.
Maybe
just
Brian
like a
Mann can
supervillain,
talk.
by the way.
Yeah.
Brian, if you're listening, maybe you can talk my brother into shaving his head because you make it look good. I'm
He do
telling you,
make it
we
look
have the
good.
most attractive male man in the world.
Yeah.
Brian, man, I tell you what, I saw you walking down West Cedar today, buddy, and I'm about to put the brakes on. I mean, the brakes about fell out of my truck. I turned my head so.
I may have said this before, but there was a time whenever I was trying to drop something off at Nick's house. There was a cop next door. I essentially broke into Nick's house, and this cop said nothing.
It's Nick's house. They're probably, guys, normal behavior. We know that's where that cook boy lives.
There's all kind of men coming in and out of my house all hours of the night.
Dude, speaking of, I was watching Righteous Gemstones, and Adam Devine's character, Kelvin, he has this group of like dudes that follow him around, like work out and shit all the time.
Yeah.
And Eli,
Poppy.
the dad, is like, they get into it or whatever, and he's like, I don't care what you do, son. You can go back home to you and your muscle men. And I thought about you. Y'all just sitting there pumping iron. You're like building each other up. Like, yeah, man, you got it. The Lord loves you. I love you. Get it up.
You can just wait.
But like, they're like all dressed up in like these like
Like leotards? or
no,
whatever?
like Arab
They got,
like
oh.
do rags and like these
Scarves
like,
and stuff?
canvas like like really baggy like parachute pants on. Like they're like big huge dudes. Like, but he calls them John Goodman's character. Eli calls them his muscular men. He's
Y'all
like,
ever
"Oh, back to
see-
your muscular
Did y'all
men."
ever see those like powerlifting teams that would do?
Yeah, the
around-
Lord's Force.
I had a buddy that was 15 and could bench press like 320.
Yeah.
And he was on that team.
There's an episode of Workaholics where they go like to
What's
these.
his name?
Flint was his name.
Yep. Go ahead,
Flint Shamrock. So anyway, so there's an episode, I think season 2 or 3 of Workaholics called the Lord's Force, and these guys do what you were saying, but they're all gay. So like it's a conflicting all the time of like they do this work for the Lord, but they're gay,
Yeah.
and their manager is like trying to keep them on this path. And I don't know, you should check it out.
Yeah, we used to have the I don't remember what they were called, but they used to come to the Jacksonian, so I'm assuming they would do
The Power Force or something. I've seen them.
the Franklin one, whatever y'all's is
Yeah.
called.
The Muscle Man circuit,
No, don't y'all have like a yearly festival thing that y'all do on the
Summer
square?
Vibes Music Fest.
Is there something else other than that?
I mean, we used to
Oh,
have,
we have
like
several different- the antique car
We used to
show,
have
craft
like the
show.
antique car show, and it used to bring in a bunch of different
Yeah.
wild stuff.
Oh, okay.
Back
Well,
in the
well, Scottsville actually has
We don't have any
culture.
other festivals
Um,
anymore throughout the year besides the Summer Vibes. Not on the square.
No, not really.
No, not to shut the square down. They have
Every
that for life.
Friday night, there's a free concert on
In
the
June
square,
and July,
and food trucks and vendors,
Yeah.
and sometimes they'll get inflatables out for
They'll
the
shut
kids
one
and stuff.
side of the square down.
Face painting.
Oh, we shut
But-
Scottsville down for the Jacksonian.
Yeah. They're gonna have to start moving. I think they're gonna have to.
And Wes, why don't you tell us what the Jacksonian is?
It's about the Jacksonian Hotel that used to be on the square in Scottsville.
Oh, okay.
I don't really remember the history behind it off the top of my head right now.
Is that beside the where the dollar store's at now?
No, it was where
That's
the
a nice looking building there.
it's where the library was. The building itself just isn't even there anymore. Like they
You
knocked
know-
it down and
Oh, dadgummit. I was about to
Yeah.
say we could buy an EPM machine off of
I bet that would have been.
Amazon.
It would have been cool
Yeah.
to walk through an old hotel that was in
Could you
Scottsville,
imagine
Kentucky.
him ghost hunting
Yeah,
him?
I don't
there's an
believe it.
abandoned hospital in Scottsville that we could go
Do you
in.
have any ties to it? Can you get us in?
I mean, we would just
Ask
be
your daddy.
we would just
I know
be
your daddy
trespassing.
I'm fine with that.
Barry.
Josh,
Find out.
Barry,
Oh,
I know you know the old man that runs the old abandoned hospital.
I mean, we just be I used to go into it all the time. I haven't seen it in 15 or more years. Well,
The
let's
thing is,
hold on, 19 or more years.
If
probably.
something like, if we do go to something like that and some shit pops off, one of y'all gotta let me jump on your back. 'Cause I
I'll
can't
carry you.
I was gonna say we've
I'll wheelchair you.
always said that we'll carry you if we need to.
I'll wheelchair you all the way around that thing.
No, dude, we don't need a wheelchair. We gotta get me.
There's actually the last time I was there was
There's
empty
a wheelchair
there.
there.
push
yeah.
down and
There's a
on
wheelchair
top of
there.
somebody's trapped soul.
That would be
Yeah.
Sitting on top.
Well, I mean the wheelchairs aren't as bad because there's also empty. The last time I was there again, there was empty hospital beds
Oh,
that have wheels on them.
We'll gurney you out, boy.
Yeah, I've walked
2,
all through
3,
that thing.
lift.
It's pretty spectacular.
Too old fellas. This also comes from the guy just
Break-
said it's okay to
breaking
pull
the
chairs
law,
out.
breaking
Yeah. It also comes from the same guy that said it's okay to pull chairs out from people at the Capitol. So,
Yeah.
Molly menopause over here.
There's so many
It's
places.
just
There's
never
another.
interested me
There's
to go
another
there.
old school off of what is that road? 31W. I actually played it's supposedly haunted.
31E.
31E, whatever. Yeah, 31E.
Scottsville.
Yeah, in Scottsville, and I actually
Kentucky.
played a show there one time. But it was kind of spooky whenever we were in there. I've never been there without like a bunch of people there to see music before. But I bet it would be a little bit fun to walk around in, and that's out. Like
only
that's
been to,
that's
like,
out in the cut. Ain't nobody going out there.
I've only been to actual pay to go to a haunted house attraction once or twice in my life.
Yeah, well, we've talked about
I
this.
don't
I
like
hate
it.
haunted houses, so I hate paid attraction haunted
I like
houses.
going to
I would.
baseball games. Baseball games are fun. I like that.
Yeah,
America's pastime. That's easy.
apples, oranges.
I love baseball games. Y'all say I don't go to. I like going to baseball games.
Down to the planetarium. You ever been? Super sweet.
Have
Nothing
you ever
scary
taken
about
your
it,
kids to the Mystery Science Theater or whatever in Nashville?
Oh, the
Adventure.
Museum,
Science
the
Museum.
Cumberland Science
Yeah.
Museum.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh
But they
man,
probably don't remember it. They were like 3 and 4.
dude, you should
Whenever
go back.
we were younger, they used to have a little place there. It was like a foxhole. You could go down. There was like a fox. You push a button and it would talk to you like this little fox. It was like a hidden tunnel. in there.
I don't remember that.
And you come back out.
St.
It's
Louis.
It's my favorite
it's either
spot.
St. Louis or Cincinnati has a killer adventure science museum.
I've never been to St.
That
Louis.
is like supposedly like 10 stories tall. There's a
I don't
place
think
set.
I've ever been to Missouri myself.
I drove through that son of a
Oh, yeah,
bitch.
that's
I
the first
saw
My
place
everything.
son
I-
just went. Dude, my son went duck hunting last week. Guess who he went duck hunting with? He's like, you'll never guess who we went duck hunting.
Jeff Gordon.
Luke Bryan.
Chipper Jones.
No,
Yeah,
what?
dude? Yeah.
No.
yeah.
I'm a big Chipper
I mean,
Jones fan.
He told me, he's like, you'll never guess who we went hunting with. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I said, who? He goes, he's a baseball player. I said, tell me. He said, Chipper Jones. I said, "You little motherfucker."
My dad's gonna listen to
I'm
this.
gonna
He's gonna be so
mail-
Oh,
jealous.
I was jealous, dude. I was on cloud nine, like when he told me, and I didn't even get to see him or nothing. I was
Yeah,
like,
my dad was a huge Baltimore fan for a long time. Like he rooted for Baltimore this
You
past
mean
year.
Atlanta Braves. Chipper Jones.
Wasn't he on the?
No, he played all 19 years for the
Only
Braves.
on the Braves.
Yeah.
And now he's a batting coach for him.
Yeah.
Was Chipper Jones Senior on
I don't think there
What are
is
you
one.
talking about? What team did you say?
Baltimore?
Cal Ripken Jr. So you're thinking?
Maybe I'm thinking of
Yeah.
Cal Ripken.
Same era.
I'm thinking of Cal
And-
Ripken. I'm
They
sorry.
They call him the
Yeah.
Iron Man.
For me, I mean,
I'm thinking of Cal
Chipper
Ripken.
is above Cal for me, but for the rest of the world that's not Braves fans,
Cal Ripken Jr. is one of the. He
Yeah.
never missed a
Yeah,
game.
my
No.
bad. I'm sorry. I feel real dumb now.
Junior's fucking tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
My mind for some reason immediately went to
I
Cal
got to watch
Ripken. but-
Andrew Jones play center field.
He got snubbed
for
out of the
the
Hall of
Yankees.
Fame again this time. They
Yeah.
did the votings. Yeah, I forgot who got Ichiro Suzuki barely missed too. Remember him, Ichiro?
Yeah,
Ichiro was killer.
Yeah.
the Asian guy.
Missed unanimous
Ichiro-
vote. He's from Japanese. Yeah,
Ichiro could throw it from the back wall to home plate.
Japanese.
Japanese, yes,
Ichiro-
I'm Japanese. I'm a big star.
See, Asian. Yeah, he's actually from Japan.
I mean, it's
They're
Asian.
I'm
Asian
Japanese,
island, Far
yes,
Eastern
I'm
island.
Japanese.
Yes.
I don't even
Asian
consider Japan part of Asia. You know what I mean?
Wait, how do you feel about Taiwan?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Taiwan's
Josh.
part of China.
Yeah, I'm about one China.
Taiwan's always been part of China.
The
hasn't it?
Republic.
Has it
The
not
whole Republic.
always?
Do you know-
Taiwan not always
Yeah.
historically
Do,
been a part
do
of
y'all
China?
know how many people are like saying how good it must be to live in China these days? Not only because of the inauguration, but now that they're seeing like all this Wild Chinese propaganda on Red Note or whatever
Yeah,
the hell
Red
it
Note,
is. It's like, do
yeah.
y'all not think that they have agents on there just
Right.
showing you the best side of China?
The best. I follow a guy on YouTube. It's like his channel's like My Drunk Travels or something. But he goes to like North Korea. Like he tries like to go north. Like
Yeah.
he'll like show you China and he'll dub over like what they're saying in Asian. It'll be like "fuck you, white boy" and shit like that. It's hilarious. But
Yeah.
he's like, this place is hell on earth. Most of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just nobody's willing to help you that much.
Saw a video.
Here's another dead baby girl sitting on the side of the road. They dumped out of the hospital.
I saw a video of today of a bus full of basketball players.
Basketball Americans.
And they were it was literally like their league over there, and all the Japanese dudes were like outside like yelling the N-word at them. Like, I was like, holy shit, it's like that over there.
You're so sorry. Oh, you shoot basketball, you dunk basketball.
Look, big black America. Whoa!
You got such a big
You're
dick.
coming to take
Like, yes,
Ever seen the episode of
seems
South Park?
real welcoming over there. I'm
The
sure.
episode of South Park where it's
Took
about
Han or something. What is it?
Chin. No, that's a good one. City Sushi, but there's Chin
Yeah.
Pokemon, and it's like Pokemon. It's
Yeah.
like trying to like brainwash children and like hating America. So like they get onto it, and Randy, Stan's dad, goes over to Japan to figure out what's going on. Well, like the guy comes out and he goes, "Oh, you big American with such big penis." And he's like, "Oh, I guess it is all right." And like totally forgets what he was there. And then they finally, like, his wife goes and like, "Oh, you just a big American. You got the big penis. Your husband got the big penis." And she's like, "No, he does not. Can you not see that they're just trying to brainwash you?" Like, "No, I really do have a big penis."
Have you seen it?
And then like the other guy's like, "I have such a small penis," and she goes, "He's just saying he has a small penis," and he hits the guy and he's like, "Show him," and he shows his penis. He goes, "Oh, I guess it is small." Good episode. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Cartman, and then like the
I think I remember that's an oldie, isn't it?
third season.
Yeah, I
The
was gonna
good
say I
ones.
remember that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I do remember that
They
one.
met. I saw a little thing I read about them the other day. Trey Parker and Max Stone. They met at the University of Colorado.
New
You
season coming out this year.
Yeah.
Finally, I bet some Diddy shit's gonna be on this new season.
Oh, sure.
I can't
sure.
wait for it to come out.
Dude, I saw a video, and I'd never seen this, of Primus and Matt and Trey doing the theme song
Yeah.
live. I think it
They've
was.
got a show
They do a
on
show.
Paramount Plus. There's a 25th anniversary
Oh,
show.
really?
It's an hour long. They play all their songs live at the Red Rock.
At Red Rock.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what I saw, but yeah.
No,
The one I saw was like obviously really like the dude from the bass player from Primus was there and everything.
Yeah.
Like he was, it was on like it looked like a Saturday Night Live or Mad TV stage. I can't.
Yeah.
That you showed me nothing with that, by the way.
oh, did I not yet see that?
No, it
Give me
was.
the time. When my phone just went dead.
Why don't you just say it out loud?
52 minutes.
That's pretty good.
52 minutes.
What have we talked about?
I would.
Nothing. Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones.
That's in this
Chipper
title. It's
Jones.
going to be Chipper Jones.
If y'all got, if y'all are cool with another 15 minutes, I would like to.
Real quick though, before you get into your thing, I want to do who do you got winning the AFC Championship, Bills or Chiefs?
I wish it was the Bills.
I hope it's the Bills. Too.
But from what I've seen, the refs screwed the Eagles.
Right. No,
Yeah.
the Eagles.
Who was it?
They played the Bills played the. Who did they play?
No, I'm talking about who Kansas City.
Kansas City played.
Yeah, the Chiefs played.
What,
remember.
Ravens? No, Ravens played
Ravens
last.
played the Bills.
Yeah.
Bills beat them
I'm trying to
27-25.
see who did Kansas City play.
Kansas City
Who'd they
played. My phone's dead, or I looked.
Your mama.
Damn, I don't
The
remember.
divisional game. It didn't
I didn't even
matter.
watch
the
it, but-
Broncos. They played the Broncos.
Sure, I'll take
think
your
that's
word
right.
for it. I didn't even watch it because I hate watching the Chiefs play.
Broncos aren't even a team anymore. They disbanded in '98.
Anyway, I hope the Bills win that game. The NFC Championship is the Eagles and Commanders, which used to be the Redskins. I hope the Commanders win. I think the Eagles will, but I hope the Commanders and Bills.
See, I'm good with a Bill. Well, yeah, Bills Commanders would be a fun Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
I want the Commanders to win it all.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I want the Bills to win it all.
Yeah.
For
I
the
don't.
fan base. And they haven't had anything in a long, long time.
Yeah, Philly has won one kind of recently.
Yeah,
So
if you, like 2019, maybe 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donovan McNabb.
So
No.
yeah, it would. Bills Washington would be
What
a
happened
fun
to
Super
Donovan?
Bowl. I don't think.
Chunky soup commercial.
I think it's going to be
With his mom.
the Chiefs are going to be in it, and then the other ones
Because of
such
T
as
Swift. You gotta get
well,
that money.
Yeah, maybe.
She was at the game the other day. Her and that tall girl that played for Iowa.
What's this,
Caitlin
2
Clark.
years? What's this?
Oh,
2
really?
year-
Yeah.
What's this, 2 years for, what do they call the combined name of T Swift and Kelsey? I guess it's Travis Swift.
Now it's only been over a year
If
now.
the Chiefs win the Super Bowl this year, they'll be the first NFL team to three-peat.
Yeah.
It's possible. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I don't know.
No, Kelsey and Swift have only been together a year, and I only mark that because I know that I was dating a big Swiftie whenever that, and
Yeah.
that was last
Which all
fall.
girls
How
are
big
big
was
Swifties.
she?
She wasn't
Depends on,
very.
he's a big guy, so
Yeah, he can take.
you know
he
what I
can
mean.
Take 180, no problem.
Easy.
She
Yeah.
was not 180.
I'm just saying you could
Six
take
foot,
it.
6 foot, 180 is not bad.
Yeah, you could pack 180
Yeah,
to the across the threshold.
I'm 170. You could throw me over the shoulder, no problem.
Yeah,
Look at it.
true. I mean, yeah, I could do it. I'm just saying this girl was not that.
How much you bench? How much you weigh?
It'd be like carrying me into the boudoir.
Anyway, I just wanted to go over football quick.
No, you're
Carry on
good.
with your topic.
No, you're
I
good.
want to be learning something.
We'll learn something.
Chicken
Okay.
scratch
I'm
over
gonna. So funny enough, we had just, and I thought this was kind of weird because I'd heard of this project before, but it's called Project Blue Book. This is basically the U.S. Air Force's operation in the late 50s, early 50s. Early 50s. I think it started in 53 to look for UFOs. So there were
Unidentified flying objects.
Just open your eyes.
yeah, so there were projects prior to Blue Book called Project Sign and Project Grudge. And generals weren't happy with that project because they thought it was like nobody took it seriously. So they were like, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on? So they ended up rebranding, in air quotes, to Project Blue Book and they got more funding. Well, so they ended up getting in this rebrand. They ended up kind of putting it out there like, hey, report it to us if you see anything weird. And they ended up getting over 12,000 reports. Most of them they were able to explain, but there were a small percent that was not, that they like never really figured out what was going on. So they classified these 12,000 reports as identified, which was the big one, like they had the most, and then they had insufficient, to where insufficient data, they just didn't have enough to say one way or the other. The identified ones were like weather balloons, like obvious, like it was a weather balloon situation. And then they had unidentified, which is like the cool shit type of deal. Well,
The shit we want to hear about.
yeah. So Edward James Ruppelt was the first general to take over this Project Blue Beam, and he took it very, very seriously. So he's actually the person that coined UFO. So prior to him, they just called them flying saucers.
I like that better.
Yeah. Well, he coined the term unidentified flying object.
Real quick, I can just imagine how the government used to be before, like computers and like people could make like things. You had to call in, like, "Hey, somebody get a cartoonist in here to draw me this up." And it's just like, it's round and it's got a pointy thing on it.
Yeah.
Look like
Close enough.
close enough. That's a saucer shape. Yeah.
Jessica in accounting can do it really well. Call her in here.
She's great. I see her doodling on her paperwork all the time when she's supposed to be doing her job.
Yeah.
This guy, he was
But
actually
careful, she might be menstruating. You know how they get. You know how them women get.
Ruppelt, which is the general that was heading up Blue Book at the time. Like, he was very decorated. He was a World War II pilot. So like he's flew many missions during the
Hero.
war.
Famous guy.
Yeah, he's
Back then, there were celebs.
yeah, oh yeah. And at this time, he took it so seriously that he wanted to figure out what the hell was going on, like if there was actually stuff out there or not. That anybody on his team, like under his power, if they were too skeptic or if they were too gullible, like. So if they believed too hard or wouldn't believe in anything, he would just say, reassign these people.
Right.
He wanted people that were looking for the truth. He didn't want somebody that was like, that's a UFO. That's
Yeah, he wanted
definitely
people that were
alien.
skeptical,
Yeah.
but not too skeptical.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Interested people.
Yeah.
Man of science. He
Not
wanted
somebody
men
like
of
me that's
science.
just gonna go there and shit on it. Like, hey, oh yeah, look at your fucking flying saucer.
Yeah. Looks like your mom's breeches. But brassiere.
And he took it so seriously. He did monthly reports which was not something like they had been doing with Sign or Grudge. He did monthly reports to the military on like what they had found that month. He did press releases, so like he would tell the public exactly what they had found and what was going on. And then it got to the point where the government was worried about like what was going on. Like they were like, maybe it wouldn't be so great if everybody knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
So they ended up like cutting he actually got reassigned out of nowhere for like 3 or 4 years. And then he came back and realized his team had been cut in like to a quarter of what it once was. So he came back, realized he had no funding to do anything anymore. He basically like left because they wouldn't, no matter what
I'd have milked that cow till it was dry.
I bet you
Just
would.
sitting in an office, going to play golf 9 hours a day.
All them guys played golf every day after lunch back then.
So yeah, he was like, well,
Vodka
I mean,
tonic.
if they're not gonna give me the money to actually like look into this, then I'm not gonna spin my wheels like I'm a World War II pilot.
Right. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Like-
it's my legacy.
Yeah, I want to do
Shit.
something great, like
Yeah.
type of deal. But they just weren't allowing him to do
Overrated,
that.
if you ask me.
So yeah, so he ended up leaving, and then like the next couple generals that they put in, or captains, whatever they were, came in. I can't remember exactly who it was. Captain Gregory or something like that was his name, and then General Hardin. Both of them didn't do anything. You're talking about phoning it in. That's what these guys did.
Yeah, they-
Like they didn't do anything. They both of them were so
Oh,
skeptic.
now I don't like the idea. Now that I've got an enemy.
Well, both of them were so skeptic on like aliens being real. They were just like, this is bullshit. Why am I even in this like assignment? Like, why did they felt like I'm putting words into their mouths that I didn't even read. But in my opinion, the only reason if you've made it that high in the military for them to put you ahead of a whole project, you've got to feel like this shit's so ridiculous. Why did they give me this assignment?
Right. I'm a World War II hero.
Well, no, the Ruppelt guy, he's gone.
Oh, okay.
He left because they wouldn't give him funding to actually do the right
I got
stuff.
you. Okay.
These new guys, Hardin and Gregory, they felt, I think the way I read it, at least, I think they felt like they were being
Gave a bullshit job.
punished.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, here, just do this.
Just made up bullshit.
And then they just melded in for several years.
like they always do. That's government for you.
Yeah, and during this time, the Gregory guy, he ended up is the person. So Blue Book was actually kind of a good thing when it started, and then it ended up just being like another psyop situation where his higher ups told him, "Hey, we don't want the public to know if there is something out there." So he made it to where if there was something on the cusp of being real, they'd be like, insufficient data. They'd put it in the different bucket. So nothing ended up being in the unidentified bucket pretty much by the time that these guys were done with it. And then they ended up getting Disney involved, which I don't know when E.T. came out.
80s.
So yeah, let's be past this. But but they did get Disney and celebrities involved to downplay aliens, to make a joke out of them, pretty much.
Yep.
So
Media.
But you got
There
to
you
watch
go.
out for when they start hitting on a topic all the time. You got to look the other way.
yeah, there's a guy, and then so yeah, all of that happened. They ended up just doing everything they could to make everybody look the other way, and then a guy named Robert J. Friend took over in 1958. He tried to change it. He knew Ruppelt, like he knew his legacy, like what he did in the beginning of Blue Book, and he wanted it to be that again, pretty much. So he tried. In 1960, Blue Book was actually investigated by the CIA for not doing anything, like they were there to find aliens, and then the CIA found out they're not doing anything.
CIA is not supposed to operate on U.S. soil.
Yeah,
Snitches.
yeah. But then eventually,
Government overreach.
Ruppelt ended up backing a friend and got more funding for him, and it just, because they were so in the sense of like trying to still keep it under wraps, like they just never were able to take off. They weren't able to do press releases like Ruppelt was again. So like it was like, well, why are we doing this if we're not going to tell anybody about it, type of deal. And then I think it was like 1969 Blue Book ended, supposedly.
Swimming to the moon,
Yep.
supposedly.
That's kind of odd. I didn't even think about that whenever I was writing about
That's
this
when it
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, 69 is when Blue Book ended. Yeah.
They had to transfer the funds
Yeah.
over to the movie studios.
Yeah, over to Paramount.
And they did issue like a final press release.
Stanley Kubrick.
They did issue a final press release to
Martin
assure the
Scorsese.
public that they found nothing.
Wes, how much do you trust me?
I mean, pretty.
With his life.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, this won't kill you.
Okay.
But
I gotta drive. We doing drugs?
No, you'll be fine. This will make you ready to drive.
Oh, yeah. He'd be ready to run through the wall.
You just close your eyes and take a deep breath.
Don't
with
take
your
too
nose.
deep of a breath. It's a smelling salt.
Good job, you
He
fucking
can see
snitch.
it
You're
right
like
there.
the goddamn CIA, you piece of shit.
What is it?
You gotta let him know. People just don't need to be huffing shit up. What if he's allergic to something? God, that's why, don't take a deep breath.
Ugh.
Now you gotta
In
remember.
the Big Rock Candy Mountain.
I tried to let you know, and he got mad at me for doing that.
Yeah. The viewers should be mad too. Express how you feel about Josh snitching
No.
me out in the comment section. And you know what? While we're talking about it, like, share, and subscribe.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
We'll have
Thank
a
y'all
heart
for
attack.
listening. And we'll see y'all next time.
Cook.
I'm Josh Harrington, and that's Wes Willoughby. He's choking to death.
And this is fine by me.
Oh, I love y'all.
See you next week.
West Coast, Josh has one leg, me crash jokes, they're a podcast